Okay, sorry. Camera ran out of space. We were at the book question. We're actually a little over time, so we'll try to get through a couple of the last questions pretty quickly, but we'll start with the book question again. What is the last book you read?
The Kind Worth Killing. Peter Swanson. Great book. Murder mystery. It was cool.
And you emailed him and he responded.
I messaged him on Facebook after I read it because I was impressed with the book. It's been a while since the book has really kind of sucked me into it. And yeah, I messaged him and he messaged me back, and he was pretty excited that his books are being sold at a military base. And I'm sure they're being sold in Asia too. So I'll have to go check that out.
That's pretty sweet. It's cool that he got back to you. Okay, if you could get rid of any
Virginia.
state, which one would it be?
Virginia.
Virginia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Virginia. All the history, everything, get rid of it completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Maybe Texas too.
To each their own. All right, and do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, what have you learned so far in the speech class?
Well, so far with the class, I don't know if it, now I'm stuttering because I'm trying to say something, but in my first speech, intro speech, I did much better than I thought I would do. I was still definitely nervous, but it came out much better, so I think I was impressed with that. Also, during some of the discussion topics, I've kind of opened up a little bit more than I expected I would about certain just situations in life, or to make for better discussions, and that's been pretty interesting, getting feedback from people, and as well as the instructor. A lot of good points flowing through there, and then also just through the reading, putting a name on certain situations that I've been in before. When it comes to interacting with people, throughout it, you say like, oh yeah, I've been there and been in that situation before, but never knew there was actual like a technical name for it or things like that. But other than that, it's been pretty interesting so far. We have a few weeks left, so I'm sure I'll learn much more. I'm looking forward to it.
What kind of technical name are you talking about? Like what sort of label are you talking about?
Well, I mean, because each week we have different topics. Like this past week, talking about conflict, and then we had a site we could go to, and it was talking about conflict and resolving conflict, and then the different role players within certain stuff like that. Like maybe a group of people, you have the compromiser, or the facilitator, or things like that. And once you start reading the description, you realize that you have encountered every one of those people in a group setting, especially being in the military. As many discussion, meeting, briefing stuff that you go to all the time, you always have those individual characters throughout the room that do those exact things. So it's kind of interesting. I'm sitting there now in conversations like that person's the compromiser and that person's the initiator, etc. So it's been pretty neat.
What are you? The initiator, bro.
Probably the initiator. I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it.
All right, yeah.
Thanks for doing this for me. Sorry it went longer than it should have, but hopefully you enjoyed it. And see you guys for the next speech.